Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon. So last episode we went and built up a little shrine here for our allays to kind of keep them in one place and not constantly following me. And it's been working pretty well. They generally tend to stay in this area. Every so often, one or two of them will fly off a bit and come bother me, but they come bother me and they don't just randomly fly off to some unknown location and are never seen again. So it's not too bad. But since then, we have been very busy working on the island. And as you can see, we've gotten quite a bit done. If we take a quick jaunt into the air here, you can see we've got almost this entire island here converted over. Just got a little strip of land on this side there. And the forest has expanded just a tiny bit too. Not quite as much, but it is coming along quite nicely. But as the forest is approaching this main part of the island here on top, we do need to get our big trees in. Now I've got one here, I added another one over there, and we have the other original one right here. That all need to be built up. I do want to put more of these mushrooms in, but I haven't quite decided where I want to stick those yet, so I think I'm gonna wait. Plus, we have all of the ones that we already have built to put interiors in because, well, we still haven't done that yet. So I think that is probably what we're going to be getting up to today. But first we need to get those other three trees in. So I'm going to go wake Puck up and get him to go hold the camera so we can do a time lapse. All right, and there we go. We now have all of our trees in, at least all of our big ones here. We've got the two here, and we've got one way over there, and I think it turned out quite well. So, that, I think it's about time we started getting some interiors into these trees. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with this mushroom here. We're going to need to take out this floor here. I think we're going to use oak wood. I would love to use mushroom stems, but we just don't have the stems to spare. I think oak logs will do just fine. We'll get a door on this. I'm thinking mangrove. That way it matches Puck's house over there. This particular one, I'm thinking we're going to turn into a bakery. We got some cake, we got some bread, we got some cookies. At least I think. I'm just going to do a little glass case here, which we can't exactly put anything in, but that's fine. We're going to need a ladder going up, so let's actually swap that over to there. Have our cake on the counter, I guess. Get there. Put a trap door so that we can get back behind the counter. And we need a ladder, which will just go up there. Put a floor in here with the oak slabs. So just like that. That way we can have a little living space up here if we want. And I think that'll look quite nice and cozy. Looks like we're gonna have to get some on the ceiling there too. That's not too bad. Now we've also got some item frames here, so we can put a cookie on the counter as well. And I think that'll be good. We don't exactly have space to stick a little oven in here, as this is the outer wall of the house. So we'll have to do without a little bakery oven. Maybe we'll put it up here. Just stick a little furnace, like maybe in the corner. Might be a little hard, but that does work. I suppose if we really want to, we could probably stick some bread on there, maybe? Yeah. It doesn't look great, but I wish we had invisible item frames. But it works, I guess, to kind of indicate that there's kind of something in the cases. I don't know. I'll have to play around with that. But it's kind of the thing that we're gonna be going for here. I do need to get a lantern in here. If not down here, then up in here. Just hang that there. That should provide enough light all the way down. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. Yeah, we might take off the item frames here. I don't think they're really adding anything to this. But we're just gonna have small little interiors like this that add to our little area here. And there we go. We now have the interior here fully decorated up. I did go and add some stuff up here. So we've got a little furnace for doing all the baking. And we've got this little room up here that's just small little living quarters. We added in some flowers for decoration here. And I think it looks quite nice. But our next little mushroom, which is also our only other little mushroom that we can walk into, is this one right here. And I think this one is going to be kind of a flower shop. Have a little bit of dirt there. We'll put a little flowering azalea. A little flower pot with lily of the valley. We'll do kind of like a dried flower, I guess, on the back. The azure bluette. I think that looks pretty nice. But again, we'll just have a little counter that can be stared behind with the stuff. Now upstairs, we don't have too much room. We can probably put a bed up here, I think. Maybe a couple pots or something. And of course we don't have a bed. So let's go get one of those. And there we go. We now have a nice little bed that we can put there. We'll put a crafting table back on the back here. We have that. We are missing a window up here. So let's knock that out. We'll knock that one out as well. So we can get our windows up here. And down here, we should probably have one next to the big plant. And I think that'll be good. Once we get the trapdoors on there, that will cover those up. That is much better with the windows up here. I also added in a bunch of pots. I haven't put any flowers in them because all I have right now are the Lily of the Valleys and the Azure Bluettes, just because that's what we've been using around here. So I'm gonna have to get more flowers so we can add a little more color down here. But I think, at least for a start, that's gonna be pretty good. Now for the trees around here, I don't really know what I want to do. This one is pretty much just serving as my little area that I'm working out of. So it's got a little crafting table, it's got a bed, and the anvil here is in case we need to rename a name tag for some of our allays, because we might as well give some of them some names. Got a few here. Yes, I've pretty much been calling them what they're holding. So we've got apple, potato is right there, and I don't know what this guy's going to be called. Just holding an experience bottle. But all in all, it's coming along quite well. Now I'm thinking this tree here will turn into an herbalist shop, I think. I don't really know. It just seems a little too similar to the flower shop. So I'm going to have to play around with that. But the one tree I definitely know what I want to do with is that one way down there. That one I want to turn into a library. Okay, so for this tree here, we have a lot of space to work with because it's a tree, not a mushroom. And these are quite a bit taller. So I want to have bookshelves all the way around this place. And I'm thinking here is where we're going to stop and put another layer. Now, probably going to have shelves in those corners there, and we are going to need a lot of them because I have a total of 0 bookshelves ever since our bookshelf villager died. So we may need to do something about that. It's going to put a hole there so we can get a ladder in, and we're definitely going to need some light here. And we need to work out how we're going to fit in the bookshelves with little 1-block gaps like that. You know what? That can be used as like a little reading bench. I wanted to have a hole in the center so it was like we had a little walkway around that you could gaze up and you just have stacks and stacks of books. I think this might be a little too small to do that. So let's see, we'll put books there, there, that'll go pretty far up. Just gotta determine where each of the layers is gonna be. I think the next one will be right here. We're definitely gonna need some light through here, and we're gonna have to figure out how we wanna deal with that. You know what, that juts down a little bit, so we can definitely hang a lantern there. And yeah, so I'm gonna go gather up a bunch of bookshelves and work on figuring that out, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so several hours of messing around with villagers later, and we have a bunch of bookshelves. And yes, I know there's only one in my inventory, and that's because we went and placed them all inside the tree. So, if we look in here, we can see we've got a nice little cramped library space here. Another trapdoor right here, just as a little table. Stick a pot on there. Put something in there. I want to see if we can put some small drip leaf in a pot. I've got one up here. No. All right. Good thing I brought the warp fungus. That will do for now. We'll get some flowers for downstairs, though. But just got this nice little cramped library. We've got a ladder on this shelf so you can reach the upper shelves. Got this little bench that we built earlier with the light. And I think it looks really nice. Up here, we just have more stacks of books. We got another ladder and another lantern with another little tiny chair. It's just like a little tiny hideaway. Go quietly sit and read your books. And I absolutely love it. I think it works really, really well. I love little tiny libraries like this. And I don't think there's really anything else we can add to this. Now, for the other trees that we have, I still haven't quite figured out what I want for those. There's not really anything that we really need. So the one we might just turn into a house, and we might do the same with the other one that we're currently using. But we might still do the herbalist idea. That might work. But I'm going to have to go and figure out how I want to do that. So I think for now, that is going to be it for today. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more of how this island is growing up and the things that are going on in the rest of this world. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye!